everyone! So, second video review for this week is for Vision of Virtue by Brey Willows. If you want to check out my my actual review, this is the video review. If you want to check out my review, written review, then I have just posted that. So if you're on YouTube, there's a link in the description below, and if you are on Facebook or on my blog, then there's a link within the post. And as I said, this is video review. So, Vision of Virtue by Brey Willows. Really, really so sweet. Cleo and Kit, they're complete opposites, and their careers bring them together and they start understanding one another's views. So it's really that sort of opposites attract type of thing. And however, there's this disaster that strikes, and they both get the opportunity to find out if they really have learnt from one another during their time working together, and can share in understanding and the agreement of having a balance between positive and negative in life. And so everybody needs that. It was brilliant. It was absolutely brilliant. It focused on why we all need to have this positive negative balance. You cannot be positive all the time. You cannot be negative all the time. You have to have a balance to be a realist, if you like. So I loved that about it. It was also sort of portraying that you have to try and be kind, you have to try and understand. Everybody has different views and feelings, and just because you don't agree doesn't invalidate that. You should be open to trying to interpret and understand where they're coming from, same as they should for you. It's like a mutual respect thing, and that's what Cleo and Kit are sort of focusing on in this. So I learned so much from being on this journey with Cleo and Kit. I just hoped that they were actually going to learn from one another, because I was learning so much from both of them, but it was where they actually going to learn from each other in the end. So at the beginning, there's this tension between them. It provided such intense moments, a lot of tense words and exchanges going on, but with the help of these other characters in this amazing world that Brey has built, and it is amazing. Fate was at play. It was making sure these two were going to have an experience together. It was going to be the same and different at the same time, and it was quite the experience, honestly. They were really thrown in at the deep end. So for Cleo, it was less of a shock, because as a muse, she was more familiar with the situations they found themselves in. But she was deeply affected by it emotionally, partly physically because of who she was. There was a lot of toll on her being in this situation. However, Kit, she really struggled, like really struggled. This wasn't familiar to her. She didn't really understand some of the sort of situations she found herself in, and so it was terrifyingly outside of her comfort zone. And she was excited by some of it, and she was making sure she shared what she really needed to share with, you know, people of the world. But she had a lot of questions, and she had a lot of things that she had to accept and understand, and not change her view on, but expand her view, and maybe, you know, pick up on different vibes and understand why other people sort of view it the way they do. So yeah, she had so much to learn. But then so did Cleo. She had a lot to learn from Kit, to balance that you can't just have positive all the time. You have to share the negatives, and you have to balance everything out. So I really enjoyed this addition to the Memory Muses series. Again, what's great about these is they are standalone, so you can just read them in whatever order you like. You don't have to have read the first book in the series, but it does help if you've read the Afterlife Inc. trilogy, and it does help if you've read some of the other books, because then you know sort of how these characters all fit together in the world. But Brey gives you enough that you can read these in any order you like. Absolutely fantastic in that respect. So it was great to have some familiar characters popping back up for me, because I have read those other books, and it was great to catch up with them now, even though we were focusing on Cleo and Kit. So now I really can't wait for the next book in the series. Hopefully not too long to wait for that. So really excited. I'll pop a link in the description so you can go and grab a copy of Vision of Virtue by Brey Willows, which I really hope you will. If you've read Vision of Virtue, would love to know what you thought of it. So please do comment. Please do let us know how you found the story and what you enjoyed. If you haven't read it but you're planning to read it, it's on your to be read list, or you're now super intrigued and thinking, I really want to read that. Again, please do comment. Please do let us know, because it's great to find out what you're interested in reading. And if you do read it, not only do I hope you have a fantastic adventure, I hope you learn something amazing from these two characters, and I hope you really enjoy it. Bye!